When global tech CEOs are seen standing alongside India's leadership, they are signaling a massive bet on the country's economic future. These partnerships focus on a specific, invisible asset. Corporations are moving into the subcontinent to extract the defining resource of the century: data. This is the daily active user farm in action. Massive populations generate the raw data points that foreign investors use to drive up valuations on the Nasdaq. This system thrives on a steep cost arbitrage. Global platforms gain American-level stock market valuations while paying Indian-level wages, effectively using local data to underwrite foreign economies. Digital wealth continuously streams out of the subcontinent, flowing upward to enrich distant shores in a modern form of resource extraction. High-level summits suggest a rise in geopolitical power, yet India's current role as a digital underwriter remains a quiet, ongoing transfer of sovereign wealth. The sheer scale of domestic growth is beginning to challenge this dynamic. Every year, India adds $400 billion to its internal economy. This expansion equals adding a market the size of Vietnam or South Africa every 12 months. While China's larger economy is consumed at home, India's growth is uniquely critical because it feeds directly into global expansion. Superpower status hinges on the nation's ability to unify its fragmented internal markets and harness its massive domestic momentum. Before India can lead globally, it must sign a free trade agreement with itself. Currently, 34 different regions act as fragmented economic zones that need unification into a single market. Massive infrastructure projects are attempting to stitch these regions together, pouring concrete and building roads at an unprecedented pace to create a cohesive economic network. Alongside these roads, a human revolution is taking place. Private households across the country are redirecting their own savings into education and skill building on a scale never seen before. A massive pool of citizens is hungry for knowledge, yet a bottleneck remains. The country has the buyers, but it lacks the refined educational systems needed to produce a billion-strong skilled workforce. New highways will fail to drive the nation forward if the educational system remains disconnected from the needs of India's youth. For generations, the burden of energy fell on the women of India, forced to physically carry heavy bundles of wood just to heat their homes. Survival once meant burning wood for fuel. Today, that struggle is being replaced by clean power captured from the sun. Freeing women from gathering energy allows them to participate in the labor force, instantly creating a new, productive layer in the national economy. This energy shift coincides with a digital revolution that is moving beyond mere scrolling towards the systematic onboarding of millions into the formal economy. Tools like Aadhaar and the India Stack have transformed identity from a paper luxury into a universal digital reality for over 1 billion people. This digital identity acts as a financial passport. It has triggered a surge in participation across housing loans, insurance markets, and mutual funds. By simultaneously solving the energy and digital divides, India is visibilizing the millions of citizens who previously existed in the subterranean corners of the economy. This growth is guided by civilizational inertia. For 5 millennia, the subcontinent thrived as a hub of global trade while avoiding political expansionism or colonization. This legacy differs from the American geopolitical model, which relies on transactional relationships and the funding of military conflicts to maintain its influence. It also stands apart from the Chinese model, which often uses expansive, debt-heavy physical infrastructure projects to secure its interests abroad. India presents a rational choice for the global south, securing global supply chains like lithium through mutual partnership, rather than through coercion or debt. While other powers rely on weapons or debt to enforce alliances, India leverages its history of trade without colonization to build partnerships based on mutual choice. This path leads to becoming a propositional superpower, a nation that doesn't just veto decisions or act as the opposition, but actively builds the future of technology and exploration. The strength of this proposition is rooted in a vibrant democratic system that consistently allows ordinary citizens to rise to extraordinary levels of leadership. India's 2047 transformation relies on the internal unification of its 1.4 billion citizens, rather than simply replicating foreign industrial or financial models. When millions of disparate citizens unify their efforts, they create an undeniable gravitational center of power that reshapes the global order. As the old world order fractures, India isn't just joining the superpowers at their table, it is using its own internal gravity to build an entirely new one.